Action SA in Parliament, they want to bring in the 22nd Amendment to the South African Constitution. It's the 22nd Amendment Bill, and they want to abolish, amongst other things, they want to abolish deputy ministers. They want ministers to be vetted, almost like a confirmation process, like we see in American politics. The president nominates, and then essentially the legislature then interviews. Also, it wants to expand the presidential prerogative. The president has the option of choosing 2 people from outside of Parliament, just for education. You first have to be an MP to be a minister, except for 2 people, which the president can decide. Action SA wants to increase this presidential prerogative from 2 to 4. Why does the Action SA want to change the constitution?
Their big thing is cost cutting. I will say I do disagree with their numbers. They say that they are going to save the South African public 1.5 billion annually. I ran the numbers yesterday after someone highlighted to me that they think that the numbers are inflated. I come to 1.2, which is still a massive saving. I'm not going to be too fickle on that. I would love to know where they got 1.5. I, as someone who has a background in policy, am very fickle on a lot of these private members' bills and amendments that come through Parliament. This is probably, and I say this very unbiasedly, one of the strongest pieces of legislation that I've read in a while that I strongly agree with. And I think that it takes a lot for me to say that. I think I was very hard on Action SA after the whole Budget 2.0 fiscal framework saga, where they thought they could reverse the VAT increase. And I was like, you actually have no competent understanding of how parliamentary rules and procedure works. And they've changed my opinion on that. I think this is a really strong bill, a really strong piece of legislation. But something that I'm quite sad about is that I see no likelihood in how this passes. Something that I think is so interesting, and I aspire, in my personal life at least, to be the level of petty that Action SA is towards the Democratic Alliance, because this is basically just an expanded version of the DA's 2023 Remuneration of Office Bearers Bill.
Which then lapsed.
Which then lapsed. And now the DA is in government. I mean, the DA for a long time was calling for the abolishment of deputy ministers. Now they have their own deputy ministers. And I think that this is a really strong bill. I am someone who fights really strongly against this notion that we constantly just need to scrap various government departments and various people in office. South Africa is a massive country. There are 60 million people. It takes a lot to run a government. And I think that there are positions within government that play a key role. I don't think that deputy ministers are one of them.